Hi, I'm Krista. Welcome to my channel. In today's reading, I wanted to do something a little bit different and do a financial reading. So I brought in some Jade crystal to help support this reading. Jade is supposed to be a crystal of luck, abundance, fertility, and I wanted to bring some of that energy to you today. I wanted to start the reading a little bit different today, and I have a prayer to St. Jude I'd like to read. St. Jude, faithful servant and friend of Jesus, you are the patron of hope and impossible causes. In this time of financial struggle, I come to you in faith, asking for your intercession. You who have walked beside those in need, who have seen the weight of lack and the fear of uncertainty, I ask for you to pray for me now, that I may be blessed with wisdom, guidance, and the resources I need to live with stability, security, and peace. Help me to manage what I have with care, to act with generosity and gratitude, and to trust that God will provide for my needs. Open doors of opportunity for me, and bless the work of my hands, that I may not only have enough for myself, but also be a source of support to others. St. Jude, hope of the hopeless, I place my financial burdens in your hands, confident that through your prayers, God will grant me abundance, not only in wealth, but in faith, love, and contentment. Also, as I was preparing for this reading, I saw the number 422, and one of the messages I got was 422. This is a strong message from your angels, asking you to trust, believe, and have faith that your prayers are being answered because they are. And I also saw that angel number 422 encourages you to pursue your ideal career and or profession. When you do things you love and put your heart and soul towards achieving your goals, the angels give you guidance and assistance every step of the way. Trust that your desired results will be manifested into fruition in your life and all is going to divine right order. I just thought that was really nice that, like, however this reading goes, that the angels are already setting the intention for us to have faith and not worry, and that all is going to work out. And now I'd like to call on the angels to help us with this reading. Angels and guides, please surround us with your love and light. Please guide us to the information that will help the viewer at this time. Thank you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, this card first represents your current financial position. And instantly I'm already thinking like you are in a good financial position, although it may not feel like it because like the grapes are on the vine, but you haven't yet harvested them. And with the wine in the card, it feels to me like she in this card, she may already have like barrels of wine ready to go, like ready to be bottled and sold, but she hasn't yet seen the finances from that product. I feel that you may be in the same position where there's something that you've been working on, something that you've been growing. The Seven of Pentacles is all about like planting seeds. Like it's already in the making. The seven is like it's like right before that harvest comes in. Like you're right on the verge of this harvest coming in. And her face in this card, she seems happy and content and that she enjoys what she's doing. So, and also there's a book. So I feel like this may be, I don't know why I'm getting this, maybe like a place where she's manifested her dreams. At first I was thinking, oh, it's like a book. It's the symbolism of the balance of relaxing, of working and relaxing, but I feel like that is maybe not happening in your current situation, that this is almost like something you're doing on the side. And maybe you don't have that work life balance because you're just working and then working. But with this book here, again, I'm being drawn to like maybe you have been writing about this or journaling about it, manifesting it, trying to bring it to your life, or making outlines and plans, and it's something you've been steadily working on behind the scenes, and it brings you joy and happiness. And maybe that is why the angels gave me that number 422, because again, it said, when you do things you love and put your heart and soul towards achieving your goals, the angels give you guidance and assistance every step of the way. So I feel like by the angel showing me 422, it is an encouragement to keep going. And also 4 plus 2 equals 8, which is 7, 8, right after the 7. And 8 in numerology is about abundance. So I kind of feel it's like this cheeky little way of your angels saying to just stay the course, keep working. But I also feel like something that may, like, the next question I want to ask is like, is there a block? And I feel like with just this one card, that something that might come up is the balance. You don't have time to like kick back and read a book and have a glass of wine or go out with your friends or, something, because you might be like working your 9 to 5 and then coming home and having your passion project from 7 to 9. So it's not leaving a lot of room in your life for other things. But I'm gonna pull a card and we'll see. We'll see what the angels actually have to say and not me. Okay, these all came out together. 3 of Wands, the Tower, and 5 of Cups. And then on the bottom here too is also the 6 of Swords. Now with this combination of cards, I feel like at one point you had something successful, or you thought something was going to be successful, like the 3 of Wands, like your ships were coming in, like you thought it was going to happen, almost as if it was like a different project altogether. And then a tower came, something happened, and it didn't work out, and you felt robbed in the situation. Like either you felt like spirit robbed you in the situation, or someone in your life robbed you, or like the circumstance robbed you. Like it should, like you felt like it should have worked out, but instead it crumbled like the tower. Just kind of want to walk through this. Like 3 of Wands, Wands is fire and passion, and this person is, manifesting something, and her ships are coming in, and they're confident in the plan, and they feel like it's like really going to work out. And then again, bam, the tower comes and it crumbles, and then you're left feeling that lack energy, that you're looking at the broken cups. And there's a party in this card, and with the 2 other cups, it almost feels like spirit is like celebrating this tower moment of, it needed to crumble. The crumbling, the fact that it didn't work out is a gift to you. Like a party. Like this is the 2 of Cups is like spirit's gift to you, that sorry, like the foundation, it wasn't solid enough. It wasn't right. It wasn't that perfect thing for you. And with the 6 of Swords, they're saying, pack your bags. We have something else for you. And it's going to be better. And that might be the thing you're working on now. Yeah, that it might be the thing you're working on now. And the block is, you've already been through this. You've already had something fail. Or you've already had like a vision in your mind of how you thought it was going to be. You already tried to manifest something, and you thought you did everything right, and it still crumbled. And the block, it might be that you're just stuck in this 5 of Cups energy, unable to look past the fact that the cups are spilled, that it didn't work out. And I feel like your angels are saying it wasn't meant to work out, but it was also part of the journey. Like they just dumped all these cards out at once. And I normally don't take the cards when that happens, but it felt like that this was all part of it. It was all part of one long journey that you had to go on to learn something. And that's going to be different for different people. One of the thing but I feel like one of the things that they wanted you to learn was to trust in them, to trust in your intuition. Because maybe when you did this first thing, you only partially followed your intuition. Or maybe you thought you were completely following it and you didn't realize that you had underlying fear or lack or shame or guilt or some kind of emotion that was preventing you from fully living out your dream. You were letting like fear guide your choices rather than letting your heart and your intuition guide your choices. So maybe the path that you went down wasn't, it was like the longer path. And it's not to say that it was wrong, it was just a different path and it maybe had more obstacles than you would have liked. And I feel like in this card she looks a little annoyed. Like her face. She's like, "Really? We're doing this again?" And maybe something's happening near the full moon because there's a full moon in this card. But I kind of feel like her face is saying, I thought the last time that I was listening to my heart and I was following my intuition and things were going to happen and it didn't pan out the way I thought. Instead, I was left crying and brokenhearted that this thing crumbled. But I feel like whatever you're working on now, again, like this is your current energy. This is like, this is the block. This is your current energy. And I feel like whatever you are working on now, I feel like you are using your full intuition and spirit is with you. And also, I get from this card, there's like fall leaves and the moon, and it makes me think of the harvest moon. So maybe you will see the harvesting around fall, like September, October, around the full moon. I want to see when the full moon is. The September full moon is September 7th, and that is known as the harvest moon. And it says there's also a lunar eclipse on that day. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. It's reiterating that this is something that you are doing for yourself. Except in this version, she's actually enjoying the wine. Put these here. Like in all these other cards, like here, she's not paying attention to the wine. This card, she's too busy working to pay attention to the wine. And I feel like that is another one of the blocks. This belief that all work and no play. Like you have to work and work and work, and there isn't any time for play. And that's what you need to do to bring in this harvest. And I feel that Spirit is saying that that's wrong. That's a block that you have that might be keeping you from the harvest. But I feel like you're already working it out. And that's part of why whatever the 7 of Pentacles is, it's successful this time. Because you're already starting to see the difference between the two things. And I feel like whatever this is, that this time you will have more time to relax and read that book. Again, it's the wine in the book, but she's actually reading it. I feel like you'll have more time because whatever this thing is, it comes so easily to you. Like the work flows so freely that some of the time it doesn't even feel like work. Like you're just having so much fun. Like again, her face, like she's so content. Like you're having so much fun doing this, and it comes to you so easily that you get the work done faster, and it's not as hard, and things aren't as tedious. That may be why that first thing fell apart, because it was hard, it was tedious, it was like really draining to you. Like you may have liked it at first, and then you started to not like it. It started to become tedious, and you weren't getting out of it what you were putting into it. And I feel like whatever you're working on now, it might be something that you would do for free. You don't want to do it for free, but you would do it for free. Like you like it so much, you might do it anyway. And I'm thinking of someone, I'm getting the example of like someone that works at like an assisted facility. I'm not sure what they're called, or like a senior center, or a center for someone with disabilities, where you're helping people and you're doing that job, and you like the job so much that maybe if you weren't doing it, you would volunteer your time one day a week or something, and just go spend time with the people there. And I'm getting this image of your heart growing bigger, like light, like beaming out of your heart whenever you're doing this. Like it's something that really lights you up from the inside. And I don't think the thing that crumbled beforehand did that to you. I feel it didn't make you feel that way. Ace of Cups, King of Wands, Page of Wands. You know, whatever you're doing, it is filling your cup. And I'm noticing like the swirls on this card, they're outside the person, and the golden swirls in this card, it's around the person, it's within the person. Like they're using their crown chakra, their intuition, to make whatever this is grow. And these two cards, they have these like plants growing. And in the one card, the plants are growing and they're like growing up around her ankles, almost like they're trapping her. But in this one, your cup is overflowing, and it's creating abundance, not just for yourself, but for other people too. Like the cat's drinking the water from this like overflowing cup, and like things are growing. This particular deck, this Ace of Cups with the two doves, it reminds me of the Two of Cups. To me, that's like love. That there's love in that whatever you're doing. And King of Wands, you know, again, it's that passion project. Like you've been working on it, but you're going at it with the enthusiasm of the Page of Wands. And there's the fall colors again. This could even be something that you started last fall. Like you've had this plan going, King of Wands, like this passion and this like plan for world domination, I'm hearing. Like you had a vision for yourself, and you're bringing it into the world. It's no longer a plan. Like you've actually, like with the Seven of Pentacles, like you've actually brought it into the world, and it's just about that time to harvest it. Creator air. Air is connected to logic, critical thinking, and the energy of the mind. It is the ruler of luck, the conscious mind, and all the things you know to be true. Its realm is the realm of beliefs and analysis and communication. How is the energy of the mind supporting you right now? Imagine being an eagle. Feel the wind on your face. Notice the power and the grace of the invisible force that holds you in place. Get above your lifeline and then look into the future. You can see everything from up there. Where does the path lead? I feel like what this card spirit is saying, now that you are in that heart energy, What do you want to manifest? Like, how does it play out? What does that dream look like? Like in this King of Wands here, he is like planning what they're going to do next. And this card came out with the advice from Spirit. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is you are a powerful manifester, you're a powerful creator, and now that you are in this energy of co-creating with God, you're out of this lack energy, this thing that was blocking you. And now that you're in this co-creation energy, what is the bigger dream? I have a piece of art in front of me and it says, "Don't quit your daydream." I feel like that's relevant to this reading. Like, don't give up on yourself. Believe that it's true. Have faith and believe that this is true. Like, don't let the last tower moment like leave a bad taste in your mouth and that you now think like this could crumble too. It's almost like they're saying, like, what does your empire look like? What are you building for yourself? Because it's possible now. The edge of evolution feels messy. The edge of change is a veritable cornucopia of opportunity. When you think of life as a giant, ever expanding puzzle, you will see that growth begins at the edges, and that most of the excitement happens just beyond the boundaries of what you can perceive. And it happens just beyond the edges of your comfort zone. As things shift and germinate around you, which is interesting because that is exactly what's happening in this card. Like, there's plants literally germinating around her. As things shift and germinate around you, you may notice how uncertain it feels beyond the known. It's time to bring yourself to your personal growth edge to look into the abyss of creation. Poke your toe into the open space that lies beyond, and the right opportunity will move into your awareness. This magical changing expanse is surging with the building blocks of all creation. Again, it's building, creating. Like, what do you want your empire to look like? Like envision it in your mind. This is where source energy is working on your behalf, bringing you the opportunities you have asked for. Everything and anything is possible during this time of rapid transformation. And as you stand at the precipice of your beautiful evolution, know that this energy is organic and malleable. Begin directing the landscapes of your reality that are coming into form. Are you giving yourself permission to try new things and to quite possibly fail a few times in order to find out what works? And that's the block, that you tried something before and it didn't work out and now you're almost afraid to try again. You don't have to know how it's going to work out. Like, it's this card also came out, one step ahead is all you need. You know, this card here, Spirit's like, just pack your bags, I'm taking you there. You don't need to know where you're going. I'm taking you there, and all you have to do is believe. Believe in yourself, believe in your intuition, check in with your heart. I feel like Spirit is saying, when you make a decision, run it through your heart first. When you make that master plan, sit with it and see how it feels in your body and in your heart. Like, how does it make you feel? Like, you don't need to know where you're going. You just need to know the next step. And it's like each step you make, sit with it, pray about it, even feel in your body if it's right, and then take the next step. And it might not be the logical thing to do. Like, the first time you did something because it was the way that you were told to do it. It was the traditional way. It was like how you're supposed to set things up. Maybe you watched like a bunch of YouTube tutorials and it was like, this is how to set up your business, or this is how to advertise, or this is how to market yourself. Or even if, you want to become a doctor, like, this is the medical school you have to get into. This is the residency you have to do. But this time it's more of not following a plan that somebody else put out into the world, like not following the traditional plan or a plan that somebody else has made, but following your own plan. And I think that is also what this King of Wands is about. Like, he's drawing up his own plans and he's confident in his own plans. And it's almost like you need to just shut everybody else's opinion out and just listen to your heart and listen to your intuition, because that is where the harvest is. I'm hearing you already know what to do. You already know what to do. Successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. Whatever this is, it's going to be successful because it came from your heart. It came from God. And this is the final outcome card. Windfall of Abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. And this card's on the bottom of the deck, and I feel called to also pull it. It says it is safe to receive. And maybe that goes back to this funding. I'm hearing like generous benefactor. Allow people to help you. This is the more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. And these two cards are Christmas themed. So I'm wondering if you'll start to see you'll start to see a change in your finances around fall, like the harvest moon. Like maybe you'll get from the 7 of Pentacles to the 9 of Pentacles around September, the harvest moon, but then the windfall, the big abundance, the thing that you know, that like thing that reassures you, that gives you security, will come in the winter time. And I feel like spirit is giving you this time now to mentally prepare for this abundance, because it may not be easy for you to receive. And I'm hearing like attune, or like tune into receiving, almost like change your, like a radio, and like changing the frequency on the radio to receive that broadcast. Like maybe your current vibration, or like whatever you're tuned into right now, isn't quite right, and it's like staticky. It's like when you used to use the radio and you would turn the dial trying to get the station, but like other things were coming in. And it's almost as if before this big windfall can come in, like the station needs to be clear. And in this example, like the station is your heart. Like you need, that's what it is. Like you need to hear your voice clearly, to know what you want clearly. And that's why with that creator air card that was saying like, what do you want? What are your plans? What are your dreams? And the distortion is like when you're trying to find that channel and you hear other channels coming through, it's like you're hearing other people's opinions and other people's projections on you about what you should be doing. And you need to get to the point where you are hearing yourself clearly. And that's when you will be able to receive this. Well, I'm going to call the reading here. I am wishing you so much success, and I am really excited to like see what happens. And I'd love to know what you're doing. Like if this resonates with you, like please comment below and like tell me if you feel comfortable. Like tell me about what you're doing, or like this new project that you've been working on, or like this new career path that you're going down. I would really love to hear about it. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope this reading has brought you clarity. And until I meet with you in the next reading, I am wishing you a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.